Hello everybody, welcome back to the video. Today guys, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 Mario games that should be on the Switch Virtual Console. Before I get started, I just want to say this is my opinion. Don't get triggered, my voice just squeaked, that's okay, moving on. Number 10, Super Mario 3D World. Yeah, I don't think anybody really saw this one coming on the list, but the reason is, I never got to play this game, but it looks really fun and I would love to take it on the go. I think that Nintendo could sell it probably pretty late into the Switch's life cycle for maybe 30 bucks. It would be a fun co-op game to take out, and I think a lot of people who didn't get the Wii U would actually enjoy having this game. Because I would love to have this game, but I wouldn't want to go out and go find it. So, um, I think it would probably sell for either 30 bucks or 40 bucks. But I mean, there's so much to do in that game. I mean, you can play with your friends, you can play by yourself. But yeah, you get my point. So let's move on to number 9. Super Mario Bros. 2, the US version for the NES. I'm sure they could probably sell the Japanese version, which is the same as the Lost Levels. But I think the Super Mario Bros. 2 for the US doesn't get enough attention. I feel like it's kind of this outcast because it's so different. I don't think enough people, young and old, give it enough attention. I'm sure older gamers give it more attention, but young people really need to give it attention too. I think it could sell for either 3 bucks or 5 bucks. I think it would be awesome. I think it's a cool way for people to get into old games if they're young. I think it's a very easy game to start on. It's not actually too difficult. The platforming itself isn't difficult. There's just a lot more things to do. So that's all I have to say for number 9. Let's move on to number 8. Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo. Now, this is a game that I would just love to see on the Virtual Console. Why? Because it has 4 awesome 16-bit games that are all reimaginings of the 8-bit versions. That being the classic Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2 US, and Super Mario Bros. 2 for Japan, or as we know it as Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, and Super Mario Bros. 3. All redone in a 16-bit fashion. And I think it would be really, really amazing to have all of these games remade for the Switch, so that I could just take out my Switch out in public, pop out the Joy-Cons, and say, "Hey, buddy, you want to play two-player Mario with me, like some old classic games?" And I think that they could even add some extra classic games, like the old Mario Bros. You find at the arcade, where you and your buddy battle it out. On an arcade, or they could add Donkey Kong even to it, and I think it would make a good bundle for only 15 bucks. I think that'd be pretty nice, because I just saw a Wii version for 20 bucks, and I was like, dude, that's too expensive for a game that old. I think $14.99 would sell pretty well. Okay, so now on to number 7. This is another one I bet nobody expected. I would like to see a new Super Mario Bros. For the DS come onto the Switch with an HD remake. I think it should come in probably fall of 2018, because imagine this. You have this, like, what would it be, like a 12-year-old game by 2018. Then Nintendo, out of the blue, is just like, hey, we're remastering this old game for new players. We might add some new levels. We might add some more stuff, co-op mode, whatever. We might just add stuff. Or we can keep it the same, it doesn't matter. But I'm pretty sure that if they did an HD remake of this game, they probably could sell it for 20 bucks. And not only that, but it's a really easy Mario game to play, so new fans of Mario and kids who are learning to play the Switch would probably like this game in general. And with that burp, let's move on to number 6. Number 6 has got to be the classic Super Mario Bros. For the NES. I know, I'm sorry it's not higher on the list, but I have my reasons, because the games pretty higher on the list are pretty damn good. And really, you can't beat the classic game. You really can't beat the original Super Mario Bros. For the NES. And I think that this game should be free with the online subscription you pay to play online with your friends on Nintendo Switch. I think it should be free to come with it. There's not a whole lot to say about this game other than it's a great classic, and I think a lot of young people would like it, including myself. I would love to have it on my Switch, even though I can emulate it anytime I want. But then there's that problem with the analog stick, and trying to use that analog stick rather than a D-pad for the movement would be pretty weird in my opinion. But I think that's something I can work past. So let's move on to number 5. And number 5 is Super Mario 64, either the N64 version or the DS version. I think the DS version would be pretty nice, but that's just me, because you get more characters, and I think younger people would associate with it better. If you don't like the DS version, that's fine. I think it's a great addition to the original game. I think that it would make a really easy port, and if they did a HD remake, it could probably sell for 50 bucks. And if they added a co-op mode, that'd be awesome too. Imagine if you could run around in this world with your buddy, and with the advantage of having 2 analog sticks, meaning that the player can control the camera and the player can move freely as well at the same time. So this can mean that 2 players could have a split screen mode where they both move around in the same world, but they are separate from each other. They're not tethered to one camera. I think that'd be pretty nice. I think that Nintendo could do that now that they have, of course, 2 analog sticks. I don't know why they couldn't do this way sooner, but whatever. It's whatever. Moving on to number 4. I think a lot of people are gonna judge me for number 4, but I'm gonna say Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have actually wanted to see this because it is a game that is amazing. It's a phenomenal game. From what I've seen, it was one of the first Mario games that I had ever like really latched onto because I thought it was just so out there. I thought it was so cool that this entire Mario game takes place on this like tropical island resort, but somehow everything goes wrong. Some people don't like it. They say that the flood ruins the parkour, and they say that some of the tasks are tedious. And I think that if Nintendo fixes the bugs, and I think that if they do an HD overhaul, I think that they could probably sell it for 20, 30 bucks. You know, I think that's a pretty good price for an old Mario game that I think only a few people would buy. I think some people would buy. I think some people wouldn't, just because it's bad. But if they fix bugs, I think that, or if even if they claim to fix bugs, I think people would probably still buy it. It's like, okay, yeah, they fixed some stuff. So let's move on to number 3. This one had to happen. Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, and of course the original Paper Mario. Both games I think would make a good bundle onto the Switch for 20 bucks. Yeah, can you imagine that? Getting to play the first 2 original Paper Marios for only 20 bucks on your Switch. Now, there's a reason I don't see Nintendo doing this, because I'm pretty sure they're probably going to make a new Paper Mario game, and they're probably not going to put the old ones on Virtual Console, just because they want to make more money off the new ones, and they know that everyone would buy the old ones rather than the new one. So I could kind of see this one not happening, but it's a game that I think me and a lot of other people would love to see on the Switch, because it definitely would beat Color Splash, and definitely would beat Sticker Star any day of the week. So with that, let's move on to number 2. Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES. I don't know how you guys didn't see this one coming. It's another classic Mario game that should be free with a Nintendo Switch online service. This game is just awesome. Why would you not get this game on there? Now, keep in mind that this would be free, so I guess I really can't complain about it. I mean, technically it's not free because you'd be paying 20 bucks a year for it. But that'd be pretty cool to have that. That'd be a really awesome game to have. Or you could just outright buy it. I could see them making you outright buy it for like $5. That'd be awesome as well. But before we move on to number 1, I'm going to do a really quick recap. Number 10 was Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U. And number 9 was Super Mario Bros. 2 for the NES. Number 8, that was Super Mario All-Stars. Number 7 was Super Mario Bros. For the DS. New Super Mario Bros., keep in mind. For the DS. And it would be awesome in an HD remake. And number 7... Oh wait, yeah, no, number 6 would be the classic Super Mario Brothers for the NES, and then number 5 should be Super Mario 64, and I think that if it had an HD overhaul, it would sell really, really well. And then number 4 would be Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube, and an HD remake would sell really amazingly well. Number 3 was Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Number 2, as we just discussed, was Super Mario Brothers 3. Another classic for the NES. Now here is my number 1. I bet there's a lot of people sitting on their fucking seats going, oh, tell us, what is it? Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, an HD remake bundle pack. I think that this HD remake would sell extremely well for $60 in the year 2019, so this would be towards the end of the Switch's life cycle. Both of these games should offer something new for any player who is either A, an old fan of the games, or B, a new player wanting to get into it, really wanting to enjoy that awesome HD Super Mario Galaxy fun. And another thing that Nintendo could probably do is add in this awesome functionality with the 2 Joy-Cons, the 2 analog sticks, to let each player control the camera by themselves. And what do I mean by each player? Well, what if they added a full expansion co-op mode, and it's an HD bundle remake for both games? Think about how awesome that would be. It's kind of a stretch to say that, but it would be a really cool game, and I think that I think a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, would buy that. I think tons of people would flock to it like it's the best thing in the world, and I think Nintendo would really grasp that and would really love to do it if there was enough demand for it. So that is my top 10 Mario games that should be added onto the Switch Virtual Console. If you want to argue with me in the comment section below for not including like any of the Mario Land games or any Mario and Luigi, I guess I'll argue with you all the time, or not, because I chose this out of my opinion. If you want to give out your own top 10, you can make a video in response to mine, or you can just do it for fun, or you can just post your top 10 personal favorites in the comment section below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in another video. Be sure to check out the channel. I got lots of Let's Plays coming, and I will see you guys all next time.